Hey boyos, daily check-in with John V. June 24th, 2025. It's been a little while since I did one of these. I'm looking kind of shitty lately. I don't know why. I did gain 2 pounds back the last month when I did my weigh-in on the 20th, which is not good. I've really got to do something drastic to lose the weight, but I look like absolute shit today, and I don't understand why. You know, just gradual muscle loss maybe. I mean, I'm maintaining, I think, because I'll work out every couple weeks. I'll do a few workout sessions, but I just look really bad, and I don't understand why. Oh well. Anyway, there's not a lot to talk about. You know, nothing's really new in my life. That's why I don't keep up with these videos. But I've been playing a lot of freecash.com on my phone. It's just a website where you play games and earns you money just for like gaining levels and spending time on the game gradually gives you more money. So I'm doing that, and I haven't made a lot of money, like 50 bucks in like, I don't know, 2 weeks. So nothing crazy. But I haven't been on it all day, every day, but a good chunk of the day I'm on free cash playing games. And yeah, downloads are required, so it's not like you go on their website and play games. You actually have to download the games, usually to your phone, play them, and then earn money. But man, I do look kind of crappy today. I think a big reason why is because the beard's growing out and it's very scruffy. And I'm not going to do it myself when I get it done. I'm going to go to the barber shop and have it trimmed up nice. So, yeah, I may do that when I get my next check in the next few days. Just go to the barber shop and say, hey, listen, I just want, it neatened up a bit, right? It's too bushy on the sides, whatnot. It's got too many varying lengths, right? I won't even touch the hair. The hair can stay, what's left of it. But yeah, I abandoned the minoxidil treatment. It wasn't doing anything. I have been using it for 2 months, and it didn't do anything. It's supposed to generally make your hair thinner, which makes way for denser, fuller growth, and it wasn't doing that at all. Like with the finasteride, within the first couple of months, it was very noticeable, the balding was, because it was making it worse, which is what it's supposed to do. And the minoxidil didn't do anything. Nothing. So I didn't put a lot of hope into it because there's a lot of user error that can be accounted for because you have to apply it yourself. It's not a pill that you take, right? And I can't afford that shit anyway. 140 bucks for 3 months is too much. If it was, guaranteed to work, then sure I'd do it. But I'm wasting money with these hair loss treatment medications and stuff. I should be saving up for like a hair transplant. But the problem with the hair transplant too is they have to take the hair from somewhere else on your head and put it on the balding spots. And that's not going to work with me because the hair on my sides and back is even thin too. So unless they take it out of like my beard, it ain't going to work. And my beard is much more coarse than my head. So maybe that doesn't make a difference, but I don't know. But I'm thinking, when I get my DTC money, and I should have a pile of it, like $8,000 or so, I might get a wig, something decent, something that's like $1,000 for a fucking wig, and take a trip to the city, which is a good, over 100 miles away, and go to a wig shop and actually get a good fucking wig, something that's like $1,000, because the wigs vary in price from a few hundred to a few thousand, and I don't want to spend like $3,000 on a wig. I don't even want to spend 2,000. Like 1,000 is pushing it, but if I get all that disability tax credit money back, then I can, open up my pocketbook and peel off a few bills, pay $1,000 for a good wig, because it should last me the rest of my life, right? And it'd be nice to have something that resembles hair on my head instead of this thinning mop that I have left. Right. But yeah, not a lot to talk about. I'm not going to do too long of a video because I know you boyos, you tend to not really, it doesn't really capture your attention very well. And practically all my traffic on my videos that I post on YouTube is from the MISC, right? Practically all the traffic. I I've looked, and it actually says from it's from the MISC, and that's 90% of my traffic. It's just I'm not meant to be a YouTuber, I guess. I know if if I lost all the weight and got a better webcam to take better quality videos and edited my videos, I'd be more successful, I think. It would still take a few years to build up a good following of people, but I would be much more successful if I lost the weight, got a better webcam, and got some kind of stereo thing set up, and to record me with a microphone and everything instead of having a headset, and plus edit my videos, right? It would make my channel much more popular, and yeah, so I can't really blame it on anything else. Like, I see on YouTube people that are, some of them are average looking people. Some of them are just average looking people, and they get millions of views, right? Millions of views for an average looking person. And there's one woman that comes to mind, a younger woman. I seen one video how she was announcing she was pregnant, and millions of views she had, right? And she's just an average looking woman, and you know her usual content is not that exciting. It's not bad. Like, she has a good personality. Her content is pretty amusing, but it's not like top notch stuff. It's fairly average stuff that she posts, and she's fairly average looking, and she gets millions of views on some of her videos. So, you know, if I, improved my appearance, lost the weight, edited my videos, got a better webcam and mic setup and all that, I'd probably get more views. But that's a lot of time editing videos. I'd have to spend hours every day editing videos, and I don't fucking want to. I don't want to do that. I just don't think I'm cut out to be a successful YouTuber. Same as the Twitch thing. The Twitch thing. When I was streaming Magic Arena, I don't think I'm meant to be a, successful Twitch streamer either. I had a few people, like a handful of, like 4 or 5 different people that were popping in every once in a while to say hi and see how I was doing and chat for a bit, and that's it. Aside from those 4 or 5 people, I very rarely ever had new viewers. Very rarely. My channel was pretty much dead. But I know other streamers personally, and they don't do very well either. And they stream much more popular games than me, action shooter games, whatever, and they still don't get many views. They get like 10, 20 viewers at a time, which is more than me, but it's still not crazy, right? And, I understand it's hard to make it big in something like that, but, you gotta, like, if I had devoted my life since I was a late teen till now to gain followers on different social media platforms, maybe I'd be more successful, but a bit more probably. It probably wouldn't have hurt. But there's not much for me to talk about. I got an I got a appointment in the city day after tomorrow. Well, I should say tomorrow now because it's going to be on Wednesday, and it's just a routine procedure, um, like a what is it? Like some kind of scan of my chest cavity, my heart, just to see how it's functioning since the surgery. They've been doing a follow up like every year or so, to just check on my heart activity to make sure it's still functioning sufficiently, and like it's not giving out on me or getting weaker over time. So that's all it is. It's kind of a pain in the ass because it's a real inconvenience for me, the traveling costs, and I do get reimbursed for most of my travel cost, but the issue is my ride has to come out of the way by like 50 miles almost, and they I don't get compensated for that 50 miles. It's just the time from my house to the appointment, and it doesn't count my ride having to come pick me up 50 miles away. So kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But yeah, boyos, not much else to say. So I'll cut it off there, and we'll see you on the misc.